From Westfield State University, The Parliament with Nick Odell. Featuring tonight, Rebecca Squared and Drew's News Update. As well as Kelly's Corner, Whip City Sports, and Dealing with Dave. And now, here's your host, Nick Odell.
Hello, ladies, and welcome to this week's edition of The Parliament. I'm your host, Nick Odell. So, it's been a long week, especially for me, as you know. Halloween just passed, and for sure my Halloween was epic, guys. You won't believe this, but I actually got abducted by aliens. Thing is about aliens, they don't even look that scary. They look just like us, only with two heads, so it's not really that kind of big a deal. But yeah, we partied hard. I totally got obliterated. I can't believe I remember any of it. Their drinks are so mad hardcore, they really know how to party. They promised me they'd come back next year and hit me up again. So, I guess we got on with the show. This week, we have Dealing with Dave, Kelly's Corner, and a new segment called Rebecca Squared. Up first, we have Drew's News.
Hi, I'm Drew. This is the news, and I'm going to give it to you as quickly as possible. FBI just seized the online drug marketplace Silk Road. NASA's image reveals surface of Saturn's tight moon. ICC says it won't investigate Israeli raid on Gaza aid flotilla. Japan beats Scotland to win world's best whiskey title. Australian man rides dead whale while Sark circle. Life-challenging epiphany wears off on ride home. Man tinkering the anecdote set list before next date. Congressman attempts a living off military budget for 1 month. Man uses Olive Garden's pasta pass to eat 95 meals in 6 weeks. That's impressive. Woman finds intruder snacking on cookie dough. Decreased I'm done. Oh, that's it. Till next time. Something else is coming up next.
Across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, helping solve child hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Edition of Whip City Sports. I am your host, Mike Drew. Can I get a round of applause now, please? The third time is the charm, usually, not to say that they did this 2 times before. Okay, so my 2 colleagues here are, first of all, my trusty colleague, Anthony Swenson, and my old reliable here, Nick Odell. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
What's that?
Thank you for having us.
Oh, yes, of course, yes. And let's get out of this foolishness and talk about the NFL over this weekend. This past weekend, I should say, and we'll talk about the only result that really pertains to us. New England 43, Denver 21. I'll eat the crow on this one, guys. I picked the Broncos to win this game during the week. Just didn't have the feel to me of a Patriot victory after everything we've seen in the early part of the season. But Tom Brady now notches his 11th win against Peyton Manning, and this game was drastically one-sided.
Yes, it was drastically one-sided. It's kind of amazing, though, because you would think the game would be close. You would think the game would go down in the wire. I know that the previous meeting before last Sunday was, last year in the AFC Championship game they lost, but like the meeting before that, the Patriots came back from like a big deficit to win that game, but it didn't have that feel. It was just like right from the get-go, it was all Patriots.
Well, usually these Brady Manning games, the Patriots start out well. Usually because they're a good first half team, and then all of a sudden Peyton makes his comeback in the second half.
Yeah, but that didn't happen.
But that didn't happen this time, Anthony. Why?
The reason why it didn't happen, that defense is shut down this year. Brandon Browner, Darrelle Revis, best corner duo in the NFL, I'm saying right now.
That's not a hard point to argue with. I mean, when the Patriots in the offseason built their team and built their secondary, they built it specifically for the Broncos receiving core. You saw the matchups that they had in the game on Sunday.
Yeah.
Brandon Browner was on Julius Thomas, which I advocated for during the week. All right. And then Darrelle Revis was on Demaryius Thomas, obviously. Basically took him out of the game for a while. The Broncos, obviously, so much was made in the offseason about their changes on defense. DeMarcus Ware, TJ Ward, Aqib Talib. They geared their team to beat the Seattle Seahawks and still didn't get that done, whereas the Patriots geared their defense to beat the Broncos, and it showed.
The reason why it showed is, one, because Sanders got hurt in the second quarter. I think that hurt them big time.
Making a tackle.
On
the interception, yes.
I think that hurt him big time because on one of the deep throws, Peyton to Sanders, he didn't run as fast as, of course, he would have it. He had Kyle's burnt all the way down the field.
Yeah, and to go off your point about the Patriots building their defense to beat the Denver Broncos, just got to give defensive coordinator Matt Patricia credit for locking down those receivers throughout the game.
Yeah, this was not one of Peyton Manning's better games, despite those trying to come out on his defense afterwards. Only 2 touchdown passes. The other touchdown Denver scored was a run by Ronnie Hillman. Manning looked like he was off his game all day.
He looked scared. When Ninkovich is having a great game, Patriots are on, that front line is on for the defense. Will Fork was great. You have no Chandler Jones right now, but if he does come back for the rest end of this year, that's going to be a shutdown defensive line.
Yeah, watch out for their defense.
And Tom Brady, 4 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers, including arguably the most valuable player in all the National Football League, number 87, Rob Gronkowski. You can't understate this guy's impact.
Listen, when Rob Gronkowski is at full health, and I keep saying this to all my friends out there who watch sports, watch out. He is a beast in the tight end position.
You got to watch out even more because you got Tim Wright, somebody who can back him up and be a secondary tight end for Tom Brady to throw to. You have Gronk going across the middle or across the edge. He is one person that you don't be afraid of if you're a cornerback or middle linebacker.
Tell you what, if not for what J.J. Watt is doing in Houston right now, I think Rob Gronkowski would be making an argument for best player, not best tight end, not best receiver, best player in the National Football League. It's just that simple. When he's there, the Patriots can win it all. When he's not, they have no chance. And the Patriots now are set up pretty well going down the stretch here to get that 1 seed in the AFC, I should say, and get home field and make Denver come back to them in the playoffs if they are to meet again.
Yeah, but they have a tough schedule upcoming. They have the Colts, they have the Packers, they have the Lions. All the next, I think, 5 opponents have winning records. So we'll see. I mean, we saw it probably last year. They beat Denver at home, and they were in perfect position to get the 1 seed, but then they lost a couple games during that stretch until the end of the season. So, hey, anything can happen in the NFL. That's my bottom line.
I think they beat the tough team they had to beat in the stretch. I think they're going to win out for the rest of the season. I'm saying 1 loss.
If they win out and go 14-2, that would be probably the most stunning reversal of fortunes in the history of the National Football League, considering where this team was after that dreadful Monday night in Kansas City. I don't share that same optimism. I think they're going to lose at least 1 more game. I keep coming back to that Sunday afternoon, the weekend of Thanksgiving at Green Bay. I think that one's a challenge. Oh, yeah. If they win that game, though, I mean, there are no limits on this team. This is as confident as I've felt about the Patriots in years. I will say that. I think this is as well-rounded a team as they have had in a long time.
Of course, you have a wide receiver like Brandon LaFell coming to his zone. Like Bill Belichick said, he was always there. But
LaFell's been huge.
Brady has not been there. When LaFell and Brady are on the same page, that's a great duo right there.
Yeah, and I completely agree with Anthony right there. So
So, because Nick agrees, that is the signal to move to the next topic, which will be the hot stove in baseball's offseason. It just got underway. Free agency started the other day. The Red Sox, obviously, a lot of money to spend, a lot of positions to fix. Guys, one free agent, big name free agent, the Red Sox can bring in to help alleviate some of these problems. If you were Ben Cherington right now, your number one target would be who?
John Lester. He's used to playing in Boston. He knows the town. He loves the fans. I think he's going to come back to win a championship in Boston again.
Lester?
John Lester. He's an ace. He knows.
Fight for me here, Nick, please. I don't want to have to do
Well,
it.
here's the thing, though, because John Lester, like he had his chance to sign his contract with the Red Sox, and
I know you're going to say something. What is it?
It's a business. Of course he's going to go. He's going to ask for big money. The Red Sox weren't going to give him big money during the regular season. The reason why they didn't give him big money, because they knew he was going to have a great year. So he's going to be out in the market. They traded him to Oakland for Cespedes. Cespedes is going to be a great trade piece for this offseason.
Nick, go on, please.
So,
please, come on.
John Lester, he had a chance to sign his contract, and I don't think he's going to return because.
Why would you sign that contract? That contract was like for a third pitcher in the rotation.
No, I agree.
But,
the offer,
but,
offer to John Lester was bad.
It was terrible.
But look at it this way: if the Red Sox wanted John Lester back, he would be re-signed.
He will.
Right now.
He will.
No, they're not going to run
will.
the gambit.
He will.
He would have already been re-signed. John Lester will go to the Chicago Cubs and
He's
reunite
not going
with Theo
to the
and company.
Cubs.
Yes, it's going to be a great
Okay.
story. He's going to go to the Cubs. There is no chance, less than a 0% chance, and I never say
Opening
that,
day
but
for the
less
Red
than a 0%
Sox.
chance
Lester's
he'll
going to be
back.
starting for their Sox.
Nick, Nick, please get us off of this. I'm going to go on a tangent.
Like, just right the ship here a little bit?
Yes,
Right the
please.
ship?
One free agent the Red Sox need to sign, and it better not be John Lester. Quickly, please.
I
because
would
people want us to
love,
get out
I
of here.
would love to see Max Scherzer in a Red Sox uniform.
Why? Go ahead. Explain your reasoning.
Because he has been such a great pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, and he's been dominant against the Red Sox.
They can't justify giving Max Scherzer long-term money after they just said they refuse to give long-term deals to pitchers over 30. They can't do that with Max Scherzer. That's why they wouldn't give a deal to John Lester. This is all making me really angry. Red Sox need to sign Pablo Sandoval. He can DH for David Ortiz in a couple of years. He can maybe even play first base if we trade Mike Napoli. Wouldn't that be heavenly?
Pablo Sandoval would be a good fit, I think.
I disagree on that. Pablo Sandoval has horrible regular seasons every single year. His OPS is down. His batting average is down. He averages 10 home runs, maybe 8 home runs a year. He's not a power hitter. You're saying he's going to replace Ortiz? You got to be kidding me.
All right, well, thankfully, that marks the end of this little segment. For Anthony and Nick, I'm Mike. We right now are going to throw it to Rebecca Squared and get out of here. So that's it for sports. We'll see you next week.
Hello, welcome to Rebecca Squared.
Hey, that was my line.
All right, well, anyway, I'm Rebecca.
That was my line too.
You know what? You can just call me Kat because that's what I was for Halloween.
You dressed up for Halloween. No one dressed up for Halloween this year.
Why? It was so easy.
You should have seen the costumes I put together in my closet.
Can we see them?
That.
Let's go see what Rebecca pulled out of her closet for Halloween costumes. Ooh, first we have a basic girl. She is wearing a North Face that everyone else has. She has jeans, a Michael Kors bag, Michael Kors studs, 2 holes. And are those Uggs? Those are Uggs. Oh, and that is a Dunkin' Donuts caramel swirl extra cream, extra sugar coffee. Basic girl. Or you could be a cat with a simple black dress. See what we have for outfit number 2. Ooh, she is a cowgirl. She is wearing a red plaid shirt, jeans, cowboy boots, a beautiful brown belt that ties it all together, and look at that side braid. A cowgirl. Or you could also be a vampire in a simple black dress. Are we ready for costume number 3? Bring them out. Wow, my favorite! She is a spa girl. She is wearing a beautiful pink robe that she's been wearing for 3 years straight, a nice yellow towel that's very soft, and freshly sliced cucumbers. Look at that. I just want to go to the spa. Thank you, Rebecca. Or you could be a pretty little liar in a simple black dress. Costume 4 is going to get pretty intense. Let's see it. Wow, an 80s dance instructor. Look at that, the scrunchie that nobody has anymore, but she found it. Oh, the high knees. Oh, tight leggings, show it off. Nike shorts, and ooh, a pink Hawaiian shirt. Let's see some moves. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Rebecca is awesome. Or you can also be an emo in a simple black dress. For our last costume, it's the scariest one. Come on out, Rebecca. It's a ninja! Ah! She is wearing black t-shirts, and the mask is also a black t-shirt. Look at her go. Who would have thought this was out of a t-shirt? Come on, people, dress up for Halloween. There you go. Well, I can't find Rebecca anywhere, but we thank you for joining our show, and we hope you got inspired and dress up for next Halloween. Stay tuned for our next show. Thank you.
You make me wear my bike helmet. You taught me never to run with scissors.
And to follow the swimming rules.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
Being a freshman here is difficult because it's hard to meet friends. I don't know what to do. It's just hard. I don't know if there's any clubs on campus. I don't even know the club. Oh, papers right here? Oh, let's read the sports section. Oh, what's this? Oh, clubs? Hockey. Oh, hockey. Poetry. Hey, I think I can do poetry. Fencing, not for me. Athletic training, that might be fun. Dance team, maybe not. Chorus, hey, I think I can sing very well. And TV club, maybe. I think that'll be good for me. Let's go try these out. I can't wait to try out poetry. I think I can do very well at this. I'm excited. I think I got this. Let's go ahead and try. Are you copying me? No, not at all. Poetry is not for me. It's getting crossed off the list. But I'm more the athletic type. I think I can do athletic training club like nothing. I think it's gonna be perfect for me. I'm intense. I'm ready for this. Let's go and do it.
A little more weight on that. A little more weight. Come on. A little more weight. A little more weight. A little more weight. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Try.
Sorry, athletic training, not joining you guys. Gospel choir. I think I got this. I think I can sing la 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 la.
So we move right and left. Okay. Just lift your hands and say, oh, I know that I can make it. I know that I can stand. No matter what may come my way, my life is in.
Yeah, that didn't go over so well. I was terrible. Next up, WSU TV Club. Last couple clubs I've tried out, not so great. I like sports. I like talking about sports. I like talking a lot. Maybe this will be good for me. I like technology. I like cameras, and I like sound. Let's see how this goes. Let's hope this is the club for me. Meet great people. Have a great time. Stay tuned. Hello, my name is Anthony Swenson, and I've been trying different clubs here at Westfield State because I'm a freshman, and I've been bored the first couple weeks.
That's good.
I was lonely. I didn't know what to do. But I tried out chorus, athletic training, and poetry club, now TV. I've been loving it ever since. Now, you guys have been seeing me cross off this list every time I do a club. Now I'm checking off the club for me. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dave Langlois, and welcome to another edition of Dealing with Dave. Audience, can I get a round of applause? All right, so this month is the month of November, so that means it's No Shave November. And here's some advice about No Shave November. Do not shave. Take a closer look at this. And that does it for another edition of Dealing with Dave. I'm Dave Langlois. Thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of The Parliament. We'll see you guys next week. Take care, Westfield.